First off, Kentra, thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood experience and how you first got involved with basketball?
Oh man, I was forced to play basketball, which is really interesting. It's hilarious. My mom forced me to do it because I said I was going to, and she strongly believes in not quitting. I started when I was 5 because I was bigger than everybody else. So you technically have to be 6, but they let me start early because I was taller than everybody. And then ever since then, I just kind of kept it going. I hated it at first, but she was like, no, you're doing this. You said you're going to do it. So you're doing it. And they just kept me at it. I was just church league. And then middle school, I made the team and just took off from there. I really loved it.
When did you decide you wanted to play college basketball?
In high school, I was playing volleyball as well. And it kind of got to the point where I was really interested in doing both. And I really, really loved playing both. But we just had to make a decision because volleyball season ran into AAU season, which messed up my recruiting with coaches because if I couldn't play AAU, then I couldn't get recruited as much in basketball. So it just came down to making a really tough decision to picking between volleyball and basketball. So about 10th grade, I decided basketball was what I really loved and what I wanted to do.
So you grew up in Simpsonville, am I right? So did that have anything to do with your decision to come to Wofford?
No, it didn't. A lot of people expected me to go to Furman, which is understandable because it's right down the street. But honestly, when I just came to Wofford and as soon as I got on campus, I knew like this is where I wanted to be. And I'm talking to the coaches, just that sense of family and community here at Wofford. I absolutely knew. Even if it was 50 hours away from here, I'd still attend Wofford.
Now, from our understanding, your dad played basketball at Furman. What was his reaction when you decided to come to Wofford?
I'm a super daddy's little girl, so he was completely down with it. It was a little tough at first, you know. He's definitely a Paladin at heart, but he wears his Wofford hat and puts on his Wofford gear, and he's at every game, so we enjoy it.
Is there any existing rivalry between you two? Any bickering in the house?
For the men's games, there'll be some bickering here back and forth, but as far as women's basketball, he's definitely going for baby girl every game.
So you recently just tore your ACL this season. Do you remember what you were thinking when you first tore it?
I immediately was like, this is it. Like, I knew that I did something that is just completely, something's wrong. Like, this is not a tweak, something's definitely wrong. And I immediately remember Emily walking up to me and looking at me in the eyes, and I'm just bawling tears. And she told me, you know, you don't know what's going on. We haven't seen a doctor yet. You know, keep your head up. And from that moment, I knew I had to step back into my role as a leader, and I couldn't freak out as much because I would freak everybody else out. So I really thank Emily for stepping in and just looking me in the eyes and really bringing me back to reality and getting me out of that place. I was in a dark, dark place at that moment.
And I'm sure it must have been hard going from playing nearly every game to just not really playing and just watching from the sidelines. Talk about how difficult that transition was for you.
You know, there's some nights I just kind of lay in my bed and I'm just like, why? You know, just why? But seeing my teammates and seeing how positive they've been, sorry, I'm getting a little shaky, I'm getting a little emotional, but seeing how strong they've been, because losing 2 seniors in the same game, like that's unheard of. And I think we've handled it as well as any team would, if not better. And they've just backed me up 100%. And they've been my support through this whole thing because it's definitely been hard. But watching them just give their all on the court and just leave everything on the court and know that they're doing it for us, that means a lot.
So your team's had some injuries as well, and you guys have had some loss of some starting players. How has your team handled that?
We've really tried to start in practice. You know, our coaches have had to practice with us a little bit more. We have to get people outside of our team to come in and be practice players. But just having that mentality in practice and starting everything in practice and knowing that we have to be mentally strong here today if we want to win tomorrow. So just trying to tackle, I guess, those dark instances where we kind of look at the bench and we see everybody standing around that's not playing, just kind of getting out of that place and cheering each other on and just encouraging each other before we get to game time so that it's not tough whenever we get to game time to kind of just cheer each other on. We do it in practice.
Your coach really emphasizes that togetherness, and he's new this year. So how has that togetherness really shaped your senior year versus your other years?
It's turned it around. It's been a complete 180. I can't thank the coaching staff enough for instilling that in us from day one. And it's because of them that I've been able to handle not only my own injury, but all the other injuries as well because of that togetherness. And because of that togetherness, I was able to find the love of basketball again that I didn't have, you know, the past 3 years. And I didn't really realize that I kind of lost that love for the game until they came. And just that sense of family and like playing for other people, that's just an amazing feeling.
And as a senior, what has your favorite memory been here at Wofford in your 4 years?
I think This past season, you know, that first half of the season, we were on the road a lot and we were still able to get wins on the road, and just loving the game again and loving each other, and only wanting to play basketball, like not wanting to go to class, not wanting to do anything else but play basketball. Like that's been a really great feeling. That's what we all came here to do. And so finding that again and finding that within each other and seeing things within each other that we didn't see before was really great.
Now you mentioned your on-court memory. Do you have any good off-court memories that you've had?
I can't think of anything specific, just because every day is a new day and like we just crack each other up every single day. But I think traveling, going on road games, just being on the bus and just laughing with each other is just my favorite memory off court.
Thanks, Kentra. Good luck to you and your team the rest of the season.
Thank you so much, Kat.